Hello, trading is closed on March 22nd, 2021. We always begin with our disclaimer. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, March 23rd, 2021. I can be completely wrong, so any trades you make should be at your own risk. Please observe the rules of my channel, and if you need to contact me, my email address is right here. But we look for the pattern with the early low, and this is it. And tomorrow has the early high. It's kind of tough to give myself a grade on this one. Here I said, unless we gap up and promptly overtake today's high, lower prices should print. Well, we did gap up and promptly overtook the high. There was no pause. So that was actually right. But later on, I said we needed to gap up strongly, which is kind of shorthand, but this wasn't right because we didn't gap up strongly. So I'm just going to give myself a miss on this one. I don't think it was clear enough. I meant to say this over again, but I didn't. And you don't get to come back and change what you said retroactively. So I'm just going to say I missed this one. What about tomorrow? We're still wondering if we're starting an impulse down. We still have this 5-wave pattern down. We had an ABC here. I thought that was a great candidate for the end of the drop. And now we have another AB. I can make this move. I'll show you C is equal to A just on the dot. So again, it's another good candidate for the end of this leg, and if it is, we should start a third wave down. That should be a doozy. But until that happens, you can probably interpret this some other way, even though this still seems pretty plausible, particularly when we rallied all day and couldn't close over the middle of the day highs, and particularly when we have a hole in the wall gap which tends to fill relatively quickly, meaning we give back everything we gained today. So even though tomorrow's pattern is typically a rally day, don't forget, failure is a straight line drop, and we need to overtake this high promptly, ideally by gapping over it, or else this is negative action. Tomorrow's pattern has a early high. It could gap down. Typically, it's a rally day with a high in the final hour. Failure is a straight line drop. We rallied all day, couldn't close over the midday high. It's negative. But if we gap and overtake the high, the pattern's killed. Even if lower prices do print, it doesn't guarantee a lower close. But the wave count's compatible once again with a third wave down starting. I think it's likely it'll be clear before tomorrow ends. It'll be clear before tomorrow morning ends, if that's the right interpretation. So it's kind of precarious for the bulls, but if they overtake this high, all is forgiven. They start to drop like a stone. If that happens, hasn't happened yet, it should be the start of some pretty big action on the downside. And that's today's call.